guys? Welcome to the Garbage Time Podcast. I am your host, Katie Nolan. Before we get into things, don't forget Tuesday we released our guest-only podcast talking NFL draft with my boy, Peter Schrager. So you should definitely go check that out. Today, though, I am joined by two very well-dressed men. Producer Matt.
Hey.
Hi. And producer Dave.
Hey, yo.
Hi. I imagine you guys are leaving straight from here to a joint interview at Uno's?
Yeah. Yes.
Exactly.
Going right to Uno's. We're wearing matching blue checkered shirts.
Yeah. Nobody told me.
Yeah. Why aren't you?
You didn't send me a memo. No one was like, Katie, wear your picnic blanket shirt today.
I thought this was a you thing, Dave. I
messed up. I left you off the group text that
You
said, what are we
guys.
wearing today, guys?
Why are you wearing the same thing?
It just happened. We just don't have that many shirts, and it was bound to happen eventually.
Why
Yeah.
didn't you change before? You know there's video on this podcast. People can see you.
Do you
Nice
think that
plug.
I have... Do you think I have lots of shirts here just waiting?
I have like 100 shirts
There,
here.
that's a little different than
Various bags draped over multiple chairs.
I have some Garbage Time t-shirts here. Probably should wear
Probably
one of
should have
those
just
sometime.
changed into one of those. Would have
Yeah.
been very on brand.
I know,
Yeah.
but then we wouldn't have had this awesome
This
conversation we're
wonderful
having
moment.
right now.
Either
Exactly.
we're not
Yeah.
talking about your underwear, so let's talk
Yeah.
about your fucking shirts.
So maybe a shirt company should send us some shirts.
yeah,
Yeah.
because God, do
Do
we
it.
need shirts.com. Can you
Shirts.
sponsor our podcast?
Yep.
We need
Shirts.gov.
shirts. You know what else we need? To let the people know our show's coming back.
Yes.
Garbage
Oh my
Time,
gosh,
the
it feels like it's
television
been
program.
forever.
It feels like it's been years. We will be back May 4th,
Yes.
Wednesday, midnight. Exact same show we had before the Super Bowl is back. Half an hour, once a week, Wednesday nights at midnight Eastern. Who's excited?
We are.
I'm
Are you?
definitely excited.
You're
How are
so
you
excited
feeling?
you couldn't even put on a shirt.
I know. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I feel excited. We've got a lot of stuff in the works for the first episode, which is going to be really great. It's going to be good to do it again,
Yes.
Yeah.
to knock the rust off, and have some hot fire takes on our Hot Fire Takes network. I'm very excited about it.
For sure.
Are you excited about it?
Yeah, I'm pumped. It's everyone, all over Twitter and everything's like, when do you guys come back? When do you guys come back? It's like nice to be like, now, okay?
Now.
It's
Coming back
happening.
now.
Now we're back.
Yeah.
Everything you loved about the show, back.
Yeah,
It's like we never left, bro.
but we did
Right?
for a
We did
long
leave, though.
time.
We were gone.
For so
Yeah.
long.
We
I
were.
went to Punta Cana.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was good. Spanish for cunt punt.
Yes.
I was like, don't say it.
It was good, but I currently, so I got a little bit of a burn. The sun down there, real intense.
Yeah.
So I got a bit of a burn just on this spot here on my arm. So for those listening, it's just a section of my forearm.
For those who can see, it's like grayscale, basically.
Well, so that's what I
Yeah,
was.
right.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, sorry.
So just on this spot on my arm, and then on the backs of my calves. And so at first, I was aloeing and lotioning. I love when you tell people about your burn. They're like, you should have put aloe on it. No fucking shit. That's like the
Duh.
most known thing in the world. Oh, you burnt yourself? Aloe.
Thanks, doctor.
Aloe there. Like that's just, a known thing. So anyway, I was putting aloe on it. Didn't really help. Turned into like a rough skin patch yesterday. And now today it looks like grayscale. But anyway, good vacation.
Awesome.
Had a good vacation.
So are you looking forward to being a stone man? Stone
Yes.
woman?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good reference.
Yeah.
Before we get into the categories, because this came out recently and I don't think we are going to talk about it, I do just want to mention really quickly because I think everyone's seen it. The More Than Mean internet video of men reading Twitter comments to Sarah Spain and Julie DeCaro. Pretty intense video. Did you
Yeah.
guys see it?
I did. I just watched it.
Yeah. It's
Made
tough,
me
kind of
feel
tough to
stuff.
watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for anyone who hasn't seen it, you should definitely check it out. # More Than Mean. If you search that on anything, you'll find it. But it starts out a little lighthearted of, oh, these are mean comments, but they're not too bad. And then they get really, really awful. And the response has been interesting to me because it's like all over the internet. Everyone's talking about it and shocked by it. I'm not shocked at all. Like this is how it is. That's just how it is. For a lot of different types of groups on Twitter, not just women too. Anybody who's, part of a minority or identifies as a minority or with a minority group. But it's interesting. It's good that we're all talking about it. just keep in mind that this is as cool of a video as that is, and that this is a national conversation. Like this is a daily thing. But so much respect to Sarah and Julie for doing that. That was really tough. Julie especially. There's some really awful things that people say to her because of what she has been so generous and kind to share with the world. She said a lot about herself personally and put herself out there. And it sucks that people say really nasty things back to her about that, and very insensitive things. And so it was a tough thing for the two of them to do, and it was really great that they did it. So go watch that video, More Than Mean. But let's have fun now. It's time for Pick Your Poison. And also, again, another side note before we get to our first category. No, we are not talking about the Tom Brady suspension, but I do have thoughts on it. But like we said, our show comes back on Wednesday, and so I gotta save those. You gotta keep some things in the quiver. That's what you keep arrows in, so that you can take them out and go on TV. So I'm keeping my Brady thoughts in the quiver, and if you want to know my thoughts, you will be able to see them the very first, second of our show on Wednesday night.
Sure.
In epic fashion.
What a tease.
Yeah, I hate the word epic, but it is gonna be that.
Yes.
So,
What a
anyway,
tease. I love
yeah,
it.
you're gonna have to watch it if we pull it off. I mean, it's gonna be pretty fucking crazy if we pull it off, which we will.
We will, of course. It's going to be awesome.
We're
That's what we
totally,
do.
yeah, totally. We're totally gonna pull it off.
That's what we do.
Okay, what's our first category?
First category, Katie, is called TV Timeout. Question is, which gets the higher season pass priority on your DVR? Conor McGregor doing local media interviews or a sports comedy show other than Garbage Time?
Lots of thoughts here, I think.
People coming for the throne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
If you take, what is it? If you get a swing at the king, you best not miss. What's the fucking...
I think that's it exactly.
That's definitely...
I think you nailed
don't think it rhymes, because then it sounds Dr. Seussy. If you swing at the king, don't miss a thing.
That's from Omar in the Hat.
That's not a thing. All right, Conor McGregor, let's give a little story there.
Yeah, I mean, for people who don't know, so last week Conor tweeted that he was retiring, and then followed it up with a Facebook post saying that he was not retired, but he was just explaining that he was upset with how much media he has to do to promote his fight, saying, I'm paid to fight, I'm not yet paid to promote. He said a lot, which is not true, by the way, but he said a lot of things in his Facebook post, including not liking having to speak to Tim and Susie on the Nobody Gives a Fuck morning show, or talking to some lady that deep down doesn't give a fuck about what I'm doing, but just wants some sound bites so she can maybe get her little tight ass a nice raise.
Yeah, fuck you, Conor
Shit,
McGregor. My big fat ass that gets paid exactly the same as I got paid last season has some words for you.
Yeah.
Prick.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I mean, the end of it is that he was pulled off UFC 200 in the rematch with Nate Diaz, and then he tweeted, "Oh, I'm back on," which was just not true at all. He is off UFC 200. What do you think about his whole stance on this?
Yeah, I don't love the whole I'm so sick of the athlete. I don't want to do press storyline. It's like you make it sound like we're asking you to get a root canal every week.
Right. Yeah.
For the most part, reporters lob questions up to you that are like, how do you feel you did out there? What are you doing to prep for the fight? Any special diet in order to make weight? I get it's annoying and it's tedious, but Conor McGregor of all people is all about the spotlight and being this big personality. So go do a couple fucking interviews. Yes, they don't pay you to do them, but it's part of the job. You're promoting yourself. More people will watch your fight. You'll get a bigger name for yourself. I get the frustration, but it just sounds so petty and childish when you punch men in the face for a living, and you obviously do other things than punch, but whatever, you get what I'm saying. You get to fight people for a living, and you get paid a lot of money to do that. So some of that, sure, you're not getting paid to go do a TV show, but if we were just to pay you to punch somebody in the face, we'd be overpaying you by a lot. So how about you just have a little bit of gratitude, or not gratitude, doesn't owe anybody anything, but just understand that your role isn't just the fighting. You have to promote. That's fighting of all industries has always been the one that most focuses on promotion. It's not like a baseball player, Bryce Harper, has to go and be like, be sure to watch that Nationals game this week. Like, it's not part of the sports history. You always have to promote your fights. And then he kind of tried to say that like what he did on Twitter by retiring was promoting the fight and all that. It's just like, also a reporter with a little tight ass, like leave your fucking just blatantly, completely unnecessary, didn't need to be in there.
Right.
I don't think anyone gets a raise for getting Conor McGregor to say how he prepped for a fight. Like, she's not breaking news, this girl with a tight ass, you sexist fucking. Anyway, who's the other, sports comedy.
Yeah, so Bill Simmons and Rob Riggle are both getting weekly 30-minute sports comedy shows. It was announced this week. Bill starts in June on Wednesday nights.
Oh, Wednesday nights.
Yeah, interesting.
What a night for comedy and sports.
Yeah, weekly half hour on Wednesday nights. That's so interesting.
Weird.
And Rob Riggle's, they haven't announced a time or a premiere date yet, but it's going to take place in Las Vegas, which I actually think is kind of interesting.
You're not allowed contractually to think that anything he's doing on his sports comedy show is interesting.
Well, that's actually what I wanted to ask you, is like, is this sort of a compliment to you and this genre that we're trying to see if it's a thing? Like, personally, like, and it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what you think.
No, it matters what you think.
I wish them luck, obviously, but also, like, it's good, I think, for like the sports comedy genre. Do you think that?
Yeah. I mean, we're certainly not the first to try sports comedy TV. Historically, it hasn't usually worked out. But like Norm Macdonald's TV show was not that bad, and it just didn't pull in the huge. It only got like 1 million viewers an episode, which I would kill for.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see the industry growing. Obviously, love Bill. Met Rob once, but I don't know him well. Like, we're not friends. We don't have like a relationship, so I can't say I love him. But unless he feels comfortable with it, in which case I love you.
But I like how that went.
Unless you're cool, in which case I'm cool too. Like,
we have no relationship. 2 sentences later, I love you.
I love you. That's basically how my life goes.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your name? John, I love you. Like, fall in love very quickly. No, I think it's good. I think it's good for, the thing that, to be completely genuine and to my detriment to say this and admit this, I'm mostly worried, like, Bill has a much bigger budget than we do. HBO has a much bigger budget than we do. TBS has a much bigger budget than we do. We do what we can with what we have, and I don't want another show that has a lot more money and a lot more promotional power behind it to come and do it better and have that reflect on us, or worst case scenario, reflect on someone saying, well, that's why a woman shouldn't have a sports comedy show. I think that both of them will be very successful. I think their shows will be great, especially because success is measured differently now than it was back when sports comedy TV was trying to be a thing, back when Nielsen ratings actually made sense, which they really don't anymore. And there's other metrics and ways to measure these things. I think both of them will do great. I think it's good for this genre. Ultimately, net positive to have more and more sports comedy coming into the world. But I do urge people to not compare apples and oranges, though they are both fruits. That's a very bad example. Don't compare apples and carpets and say that, like, because we're both sports comedy and they do it better. Just keep in mind that, you know, we are so broke. We have no money. And everything you see comes from, like, these minds and then a couple others that you don't see, maybe 3-4 other people. So anyway, that's just a little bit of, like, I want people to understand how tough it is. But I hope that it goes well. I'm obviously going to watch Bill's show, as it will be our lead-in on Wednesday nights on HBO. Come on, Bill. You couldn't pick, like, Tuesdays?
Yeah, any given Tuesday sounds just as good.
Any given Tuesday makes just as much sense as any given Wednesday.
Yeah,
exactly. All right, so what gets a higher season pass priority on DVR? Conor doing local media interviews or one of these sports comedy shows other than Garbage Time?
I would say one of these sports comedy shows other than Garbage Time, because Conor McGregor doing local media interviews is what he's not going to do anything crazy. They're not going to ask him anything crazy. I would like to see Conor McGregor do Bill Simmons' sports comedy show. I just fucked up your whole pick your poison concept.
Wow, just ruined it all.
I think he would be a great guest.
It's actually
Bill,
cool.
how do you feel about your show?
Oh, it's so good to be back at the podcast.
Yeah.
Tate, what do you think? Should I go on Katie's podcast? He loves Tate.
He loves Tate.
Yeah.
Bill, what can we expect from your new show?
Oh, it's gonna be so good, producer Dave. There's gonna be so much.
Is it?
It's on Wednesdays. There's so many good things on HBO Go. There's so many good things at Stamps.com too. Check that out.
Because who wants to wait in line?
Yeah, you don't want to wait in line. Digital scale.
Free digital scale. Before we get to our next category, I want to tell you guys about SeatGeek. I've been using SeatGeek for all of my ticket needs. When I'm looking to go to a game or a concert, I have the SeatGeek app on my phone. Super easy to use. I've used it recently to buy hockey tickets. I bought baseball tickets. It's user-friendly, like totes user-friendly. Awesome. They've taken out all the work and hassle out of shopping for tickets. They pull all the tickets available on other sites into one place, so you save time, you never miss a deal. You can even set alerts for upcoming events, and SeatGeek will let you know if ticket prices fall. They let me know today that Drake tickets are on sale, and I was like, what? Oh. And then I thought about, like, would I ever go to a Drake concert? I don't think I would, but when I was setting up the alerts on my SeatGeek, I'm like, whenever somebody asks me, what do you like? What music do you like? I'm like, and I just froze. And so I searched Drake and I put an alert in for Drake, and now I know. That's not SeatGeek's fault. That's my fault.
You did that.
I didn't know. I'm like, does Pink Floyd even tour anymore? I can't put that in as SeatGeek.
That's so funny.
Even better, guys. Every ticket on SeatGeek is ranked based on value, so you can immediately find underpriced seats, and you know that it's a great value because that's the way they order it. It's a very different way of doing it than any other site, and I love the way they do that. And before you buy, you can use SeatGeek's detailed maps to see the view from your seat. Best of all, they're always honest and upfront about the price, unlike StubHub. Bleh. They show you the full ticket price from start to finish, and they never try to trick you with huge fees on the checkout page. And if you guys don't know this yet, I've seen a lot of people tweet about it, you guys get a $20 rebate off your first purchase on SeatGeek. So to get that, you just download the free SeatGeek app, go to the settings tab, and click add a promo code, enter promo code KATIE. Katie, that's me. SeatGeek will send you $20 after you've made your first ticket purchase, so go download the free SeatGeek app and enter promo code Katie today. And also set up Drake alerts. Or before you download the app, like maybe think about what artists you're into so that you don't freeze and type Madonna ? I don't know.
I love that.
What
You're
is
just panicking?
What is music? I don't know. Yep, Drake and the Red Sox. That's what I get. A little bloop bloop.
There you go. That's all you need.
All right, what's our next category?
Seamless transition into our next category.
Look at that.
Our next category is called anti-social media.
Oh, good.
And the question is, who would you mute on social media first? Drake or the University of Washington?
Whoa. Okay, this is going places.
Yeah, it is.
Drake, what's up?
All right. So Drake.
Do you know he's on tour right now?
Got
a concert at MSG coming up.
That's right. Drake, who is Canada's biggest basketball badass, right?
Oh,
huge
sure.
Raptors fan.
Sure.
Posted a picture on Instagram of Paul George with emoji tears on his face after the Raptors beat the Pacers. But right when it started to blow up, he deleted it.
Yeah.
How soft can you be? Can you not handle the flack that you get for posting a picture with emoji tears on it?
Even crazier, Paul George killed a guy.
What?
That's what a tear means.
Oh,
in
right.
jail.
Right.
Was it filled in or was it empty?
That's a good point.
Important.
They were cartoony.
Yeah.
How I cried.
Paul George killed a guy.
At work. Yeah.
That's
right.
probably why he deleted it. He was like, ooh, this is slander.
Blowing up a spot.
Paul George killed a guy. Yeah, don't delete your Instagram. We all saw it.
Yeah.
Right.
Screen grabs are a thing. We saw it.
You're Drake. Everyone saw it.
We saw your stupid. And he said something like, I knew you were scared. It's like, wait, what?
Who is he scared of?
I
Drake?
don't know.
Dude, he went for 39, 8, and 8. He wasn't scared of anything.
If it weren't for him, they would have lost by 20. It's not a...
Drake was into Degrassi. He's not scared of Drake.
In a wheelchair.
He was not scared of Drake.
He got shot. Right? That's how he got in the wheelchair? Scary.
Oh my gosh.
I
I
feel
never knew that.
every high school drama show had to have the school shooting episode.
yeah.
It's like, why are we doing this? This doesn't happen at every school across the country. It's okay to just have the pregnancy scare. You don't also need Drake to get shot in the back and then he's in a wheelchair and he can't play basketball anymore. What the fuck? See, now that would be, whoever that was would just have an unfilled in tear because they shot Drake but he didn't die.
Tear emoji.
Okay, University of Washington.
Yeah, this week they posted a picture on Facebook filled with advice for women interested in trying out for their cheerleading squad. It had the do's and don'ts for makeup, hair, attire, and of course their body.
Of course, their body.
Of course, their body.
Do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
Have a body.
Yeah, and
have arms.
Also, similar to Drake, after an outcry from students on campus, this was also deleted. Katie, how do you feel about this?
So, for anyone watching the video version of the pod, I do have the photo in question here. If not, you can probably find it on the internet.
Yes.
If you've ever heard of the internet, I can spell that. That's Internet. So it's a picture of a girl who actually, I mean, honestly, it looks like her face was photoshopped into her body because her body's very tan, her face is very white. But anyway, it's a picture of a girl, and it says, like, makeup do's, bronze, beachy glow, false lashes. I'm dancing and sweating. Like, unless you get a strip of lashes, the little individuals, those are going to fall off onto your face when you're dance sweating, so pretty dumb. Girl About Town lipstick. What is that? I'm a woman, and I have no idea what that is. I would think that meant, like, Lady of the Night lip.
Right.
Like, I would come in with that, like, 1990s J-Lo brown lip liner with the cream lip color, because that's what Girl About Town lipstick sounds to me.
No, that's Jenny on the Block.
Oh, shit.
Lipstick. I think you're just mixing
Girl
your
About the
metaphors.
Block lipstick. Flattering eyeshadow is a makeup do. As if anyone's ever been like, I'm going to wear this shit eyeshadow. This eyeshadow makes my eyes look really dumb, so I'm going to wear it.
Yeah.
Of course you're going to wear flattering eyeshadow. Hair do's. Hair down. Again, I'm dancing, so I know it's going in a ponytail. That's under hair don'ts. Ponytails.
Yeah.
Hair do's. Curled or straight. Volume. Oh, it's that easy. Oh, you wanted me to have volume in my hair because I don't flip my head upside down 7 times a day trying to gather that volume. I should just have volume in my hair. Wouldn't that be lovely? Partially, now see, this is where the University of Washington would benefit from a little like hyphenation or like a comma, because hairdos, down, curled, volume, partially off face. Sounds like I should peel half of my face off and come to the tour, like to this audition with a partially off face. Like, that doesn't make, partially off face? That doesn't make any sense unless I'm like Cousin It and I was gonna come in with my hair fully on face. Partially off face.
Great info. Great info.
Maybe they just love Face Off.
Maybe.
I love Face Off.
Who
Sorry,
doesn't?
I'm totally derailing.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
No. You're
What is-
right. You're bringing me back to earth because things like attire don'ts, colors other than solid black, fine. Tops that cover the midriff.
That's a don't?
Don't you dare!
Oh, that's so funny.
Don't you dare come in this room with your stomach put away, because I will turn you around so fast. And in case you're thinking, well, so I can't wear any tops that cover the midriff, but lucky me, they make high-waisted shorts now, so I can get shorts that cover the... No high-waisted shorts, girls. I know you're trying to get around this like bare stomach rule we have. We know all your tricks. I would go into that audition with a sports bra, black shorts, and a fucking cummerbund. You didn't say that I couldn't wear a cummerbund, and so now my stomach is covered. I'm wearing this obi that I got from when I was a geisha for Halloween, and there's nothing you can say about it. Covered up my stomach. Suck it. I was a geisha for Halloween, and obi is that gigantic belt they wear around the...
Very
I can't
educational.
teach you everything. Body don'ts. Jewelry of any kind, visible tattoos, and distracting fingernail polish.
Yeah.
Have you ever been like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to listen to what you're saying, but your nails are just green?
Yeah.
And I'm not a green
can't.
person.
I'm trying to watch this football game, but that cheerleader's fingernails.
Oh man, those sparkles just keep catching my
Yeah.
eye, and like I don't know what to... Yeah, makeup don'ts. Dark smoky eyes, fuck you. A smoky eye looks good on everybody. Nude lips, well that's just a specific preference that I don't think you get to force on all of us. What if I ran out of Girl About Town lipstick? Too much makeup. Oh, that's specific. Because I would know what that is. Harsh lines, contours, and colors. Body do's. Physically fit, athletic physique.
Well, okay, so what do you say to someone who says, well, okay, this is their cheerleading squad, and, you know, if you're trying out for the football team, you'd have to wear a certain equipment, and, you know, we're going to judge you based
Does
on...
she look like she's wearing equipment? Show me the equipment.
No, the like a certain outfit, let's say. So let's just say like this is how what would you say to be like, hey, this is their squad and they have the right to say this is what they want people to look like.
And post it on their Facebook? Why would you put this on your Facebook? If you needed to send this to the women that were auditioning, use a goddamn email. I don't care if you fax it. Here's communication do's. Send direct emails. Communication don'ts. Post on your public Facebook page. And yes and no. Like, there are still parts of this that are like, some of it makes sense, you know? You can wear black. We need to see your body, so midriff, whatever. Running shoes you shouldn't wear, but you need jazz shoes. And, like, some of these things make sense. Hair don'ts, trendy colors. Sorry, every time I look at it, there's a new thing that... Don't come in here with that gray/purple, because we're not really into it, and you look like an old person. But, like, natural tan/spray tan, like, I have to go out and get a tan in order to dance publicly. Like, it should have... None of this is, like, bring your dance ability. Like, be good. Like, physically fit, athletic physique, they obviously are athletic and fit if they dance and want to dance at a college level. Like, it's not an easy thing to do. And if a girl is not, you know, perfectly toned the way you want, but an amazing dancer, I mean, I've been I was a dancer for a while. I almost said I've been a dancer for a while. It was a really sad moment I just had where I had to realize I don't do that anymore. But I grew up, I mean, I spent years of my life doing that. And most of the best dancers I know didn't look like this. They didn't have this body, but they were amazing to watch. And they were fit because they dance, and it's exhausting. This whole thing is just so stupid. Girl About Town Can you Google that? What comes up when you Google Girl About Town lipstick?
I am Googling it.
Also, again, no hyphens or commas, so it could be like Girl About Town lipstick. Or like Girl About Town lipstick. I don't...
At garbage time, there's a rule that all of us have to wear blue checkered shirts.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I
wear
didn't check the
blue checkered shirts.
Facebook.
Yeah.
That was so fucked up of me. And also, I'm wearing such trendy colors. And I have visible tattoos. I killed a guy.
Just, you know, when you Google Girl About Town lipstick, it's like a specific brand of lipstick
Is it MAC?
sold by MAC, yeah. So that comes up.
Wow.
Lots of pink lipstick that's
Maybe
called
I
Girl
should
About
have
Town.
known that.
It's nuts. You have to wear that specific
That's kinda
lipstick.
You know how
Weird,
fucking
right?
expensive MAC is?
Yeah, so now they want their cheerleaders to be rich too. They're
Yeah.
in college. What
And
money
also,
do they have?
yeah, we're gonna pay you. Oh yeah, this is college. I was gonna say we're gonna pay you like $20 per game, but you need to buy a lipstick that's $45. Have fun, yay!
Shit.
Meanwhile, this guy who's the Viking gets paid millions.
All right, who are you muting first on social media?
Well,
Joy
they don't
Akers,
have
University
to
of
mute
Washington.
either of them because they deleted their post because they scared.
I know, but like just knowing that like they're capable of this, and maybe in the future they're gonna.
I'd mute
do it.
University of Washington. You know why? Because why the fuck was I following them in the first place? I didn't go. Shouldn't even go here. Okay, what's our last category?
Fair. Last category is called The Blind Side. The question is, who should Sandra Bullock adopt?
Yes.
Kelly Ripa or Sam Bradford?
Oh my god, I love this.
So I'll start with the Kelly Ripa thing. Michael Strahan is leaving Live with Kelly Ripa for a full-time gig at Good Morning America. Good for him. But Kelly Ripa said she felt really blindsided by the move. She took a few days off from the show, but now she came back.
How does Strahan have time to full-time anything? He already
know.
has like full-time everything else. That man works every
Nonstop.
minute of every day and is the nicest guy.
Yeah, he's on
I
NFL
work
Sunday.
like, I have a TV show half an hour once a week and I am a bitch.
No, you're
I
not.
am so tired.
No,
and I'm like,
you're not.
man, there's so much work and I just wish I could have some me time. And Strahan's like flying from LA to New York to do like,
It's amazing.
he's crazy and he's so kind. I am
Yeah.
a shit human.
Stop.
Keep going.
Stop. So Kelly came back. There's just been like every take imaginable throughout the media. So
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, to you, like, what
Should
part of
Regis
this,
host? Yeah, yes is the answer.
Why not?
Bring back
actually?
Regis. He's
Yeah.
not doing anything.
Yeah.
And it would be good for him to do it so that we know he's like still,
Yeah.
we could still check in on him.
Yeah.
'Cause if he has to show up to work every day and doesn't show up one day, then we know maybe we go knock on the door.
Yeah.
Put the mirror under his nose to make sure he's still breathing.
Wow. Wow.
That's straight out of
I can't believe you would suggest that. I just meant just to make sure he was like good and happy. I can't believe you would suggest that Regis might be.
Terrible. I'm so terrible.
You're awful.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
No, when you have like when you have
It's a dark place.
This is like in an Archer episode. Are you referring to that?
Oh, is it?
No, I'm preferring just the idea of like when you have like a
No, when he's at all his old relatives die, he shoves a mirror under their nose. They're like, Dave, I'm 60. What are you? Let me enjoy my Thanksgiving dinner. Get this mirror out from under my nose. Pass the goddamn turkey. Anyway, you were curious to know what? How I could derail the segment? Or?
No, I mean, there's just so much to this story. Strahan, obviously, we love.
Yes.
What did you think of Kelly Ripa saying she was blindsided, and also do you think she has like reason to be upset by this?
That's a good question. In my world, like my dream world, I would like to think if I had a co-host, they'd be like, listen, I got offered this gig at Good Morning America and I'm gonna take it, but I love you and this was so great. And not have to find out through like the media. But I also understand that like it's your job. You're not here to make friends. You got to do what you got to do. For all you know, like if he said something to Kelly about this job, she might say something to their bosses, and something could. I mean, you really never know. Can't trust anybody in this lovely industry in which we work. So, I think part of me wishes, like if it were me, I would wish that my co-host would tell me that. But at the same time, like. She still gets to have the show. She gets a new co-host. It's not just going to lose her show. He didn't do anything that would damage her job unless, he carried the show. I didn't watch Kelly and Michael.
Yeah.
I'm not awake at that hour.
But so like when you heard this news, your first thoughts were like, good for Strahan. They weren't like, oh, this sucks for Kelly.
Because I've met him, and so my first thoughts were like, oh, cool, you're going to Good Morning America. I didn't think it was a dick move at all, but I also that's because I have the perspective of being in a similar industry.
Sure.
So you just have to do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Like I haven't told you guys yet, but I quit Garbage Time. So it's live with Kelly and Katie.
Wow.
And so you all don't have jobs now, but I love you, and this has been so nice.
I feel really blindsided by that.
You should.
Sandra
You should
Bullock.
call Sandra.
Help me.
Bradford.
Yeah, Bradford also said he was blindsided by the Eagles' decision to trade up to number 2 to draft a quarterback, and that it would have been nice if they had told him about it as they were making the plan. And of course,
no shit, it would have been nice, but why would they do that?
Right. Now, of course, he's demanding to be traded. He's not going to be showing up for a mandatory minicamp in June if he's not traded. Do you think they owed to tell him that they were doing this before making the trade?
No. Listen, owners and teams and GMs and all that shit do some shady stuff when it comes to athletes that's fucked up. But they have no obligation to tell Sam Bradford, who, don't they pay him a fuck ton of money?
Tons.
Yeah.
Like, not Sam Bradford money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They pay him, like, good money.
Yeah.
He just signed it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I
So signed
think
a 2-year
12 a
deal.
year, I
Yeah.
want to say. Spoiler alert, Sam Bradford. You don't want to get blindsided by your team trading up for a quarterback. Be good.
Yeah.
Plays good football.
Also, I don't know why we forget this every time the draft comes, but drafting a rookie quarterback and immediately making him start in the NFL is not the best choice. So, Sam Bradford, what you should do is be like, cool, this guy's behind me. So, next year, or at the end of my, 2-year deal?
Yeah, so 2-year deal for $36 million, $22 million guaranteed.
Jesus Christ. I'm just going to play really well so they don't take me out and put this new kid in. Let the new kid learn from me, make myself vital to that kid needing to learn things, and then go elsewhere later. Like what? You're Sam Bradford. Go to practice. You need it.
Yeah. For
sure.
Like,
all the practice.
Go practice.
Yeah.
Blindsided.
Yeah.
It's just so dumb. Like, of course, your team made a business decision and didn't consult you. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I love. It's like, hey, you wanted them to be like, hey, just so you know, buddy, we're looking to make this trade. We're offering a whole bunch of different types of picks. Really not sure where to land out. We'll let you know, though. Just want to let you know. It's like, dude, this is how the game works.
Worst case scenario, you are making $22 million. That's what guaranteed means. So even if they sign a guy or draft a guy and you get kicked, you make that money. I would love to have that money.
Me too. You're looking at me like I wouldn't. I'm totally on board with that.
Imagine how many blue checkered shirts you could buy with
So
$22
many.
million.
I would have so much shirt variety, Katie. I wouldn't even know what to
Oh my
do.
God.
We would
it's just
never
like-
match.
Never.
I don't understand Sam Bradford at all.
It'll be interesting to see where he ends up now, though.
I'm gonna guess the Eagles.
Yeah, I am too.
Why would they possibly? Who's gonna take that contract on? Who's gonna be like, yeah, he's worth that? Even when they did it originally, it was like, wait, how much?
Mm-hmm. The funniest thing of all would be if Kaepernick gets traded and then Bradford gets traded to San Francisco to play for Chip Kelly again.
Oh my God.
That would be my favorite thing on earth.
Oh, that'd be
that would be the
great.
best.
Are they letting Chip make
no
personnel decisions
They're
and stuff
not,
out there?
but like
they can't
for how
possibly
long?
be.
Yeah,
They can't possibly after what happened.
you would think.
What would make you say that?
That would be extra funny if he gets that right, like that ability taken away from him, and they give him Sam Bradford. And he's like, no! This is why I should be in charge.
Cool.
so-
Who should Sandra Bullock adopt, Kelly or Sam Bradford? Big question.
Well, so I would say that the person who was more blindsided was Kelly Ripa, if that's what we're getting at. But I think that Sandra Bullock should adopt Sam Bradford because he's a fucking crybaby. Wah. That's my answer. I love Sandy B.
Yeah,
She's the best.
Who
love
doesn't
her.
love a little bit of Sandy B?
Yeah, let's
Sandra
get her in a new
Bernhard.
movie.
What?
Let's get her in a new movie. What's she been doing?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question.
We'll look into that.
Gravity, was that the last thing she did?
Oh yeah.
Oh, she crushed in that. Yeah.
Yeah, she did. God,
She
that was
did.
She
so
picks her
good.
spots. She's smart.
She does. Or maybe she did that movie with, was the Heat before or after? Forget it. This isn't a Sandy B podcast. It's time for junk mail.
You've got junk mail.
Cool. Today's junk mail question comes from Steak Tips, dude. He asks, hey, Katie, first time, long time, what kind of fruit do you put in a fruit salad? So I thought that was an interesting question. And I thought that in honor of the NFL draft, we could do a quick 2-round fantasy fruit salad draft.
Bam, bam, bam.
All right?
What is
So
this?
we're each gonna pick
Why
2
did
fruits to put in a
anybody
fruit
give us
salad.
a podcast?
Exactly.
Who did?
I don't even know if this airs anywhere. They just let us come in here and do it, and like, oh, it's so cute. They're doing a fantasy draft.
They're also doing a fantasy podcast.
Who would listen? Who would listen to this?
Yeah.
Let me first say that we're doing a fantasy fruit salad draft.
Yeah.
So it's not like what your favorite fruit is. Like I
whole board just was shattered.
I know.
Yeah.
I went to I was in Punta Cana, which is the Punta Cana. I had a lot of mango, and it was like dope ass ripe mango, and I'm like, wow, I forgot how much I loved mango. But you're not putting mango in a fruit salad.
No.
Just can't.
Right.
It doesn't play well with other fruits. You just want a bowl of mango. So I don't want people outraged tweeting in that like, I can't believe you didn't pick whatever, insert papaya, which by the way is gross. Guava, papaya, didn't like either of them. Really wasn't into it.
Hot fruit cakes.
Passion fruit is not what it tastes like when you get passion fruit flavored cocktails. It is intense and bitter.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just like me.
Can I tell a quick story about a papaya?
Nope.
Yes. Can I actually though?
Yes.
So at Twitter, when we worked there over Super Bowl week, they have this like amazing cafeteria, and there was a guy like wheeling like a giant thing of papayas into the cafeteria at like 8:30 in the morning, and like 3 of them fall off, and somebody goes, "Sir, you dropped the papayas." And I was like, where am I? We don't even have Wi-Fi.
Do you know that? Yeah, I know. We don't even have a coffee machine.
We don't have a television. and
That
they
man
have
just dropped more papayas than we've ever had
They're
in this
throwing
office.
out papayas. It was so ridiculous.
Do you know that in some places they call them pawpaw? That's just what it's like
No.
papaya, also known as pawpaw. Like, why don't we just call it pawpaw?
I love that.
That's so much better than papaya.
Do they also call their grandfathers papayas then?
They call them-
you know, like,
yeah.
how is that?
Yep.
Okay.
It's good. You nailed that.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm out of
Katie,
papaya
you're the
taste.
host. Your first
The
pick.
grandfather fruit.
Yes.
Who are you taking with the first pick in the
God, this
fruit-
is so hard.
fruit
Am
salad
I
draft?
making this fruit salad at home or am I ordering it at a restaurant?
You're making it home.
This is really tough.
Cut the tension with a knife
I
here.
know, this is really, really hard. My number one pick, because I don't want them to get taken, and I'm taking them a little early. It's a bit of a reach. I could probably get them in the second round, but just to be safe, I'm taking blackberries.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Like that.
Yeah, because, when I get a fruit salad and there's a blackberry in there, I am stoked.
Wow.
I'm like dibs on that fucking blackberry. Is this a snake? Are we snaking?
Yeah, we are snaking.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, blackberries. I know. It was a reach. I could have got him in the second round.
Sebastian Janikowski in the first here.
So good. Yeah, and how long has he been playing for the Raiders?
Yeah. that's-
37 years.
Enjoy your
Point.
blackberries.
So,
I can't believe they're still here at number 2, but I'm going to take strawberries.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but they add both color and texture to it, and they're delicious. Who doesn't like a strawberry?
Not always ripe, though.
Well, I'm putting ripe ones in the fruit salad.
Most people put
I'm
the
in control.
unripe ones in the fruit salad.
Okay,
but
well,
you're right.
I'm changing it up.
Great. We
All
should
right, Ford,
start a
you get 2
restaurant.
picks and the snake.
Okay, watermelon, obviously.
Oh shit! Yeah.
That's like your base.
Yeah.
That's like a lettuce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blueberries.
Good.
I feel
Wow.
great
Great
about my
draft.
team.
Great
Feel
draft.
really good about
Really
my
good
team.
job.
Great
Yeah.
draft. Really
Yeah.
strong.
Good job.
I hope the Redskins have a good draft.
They
draft
won't.
is
They
that-
won't.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm going to mix it up a little bit. My second pick, I'm going to take kiwi.
Wow.
outta here.
Also a good pick. No, it's a good
Now,
pick.
kiwis are great because, first of all, delicious, really sweet, and also they have like both the soft and a little harder texture going on in them,
I'm
and
done
I like
listening to you describe fruit.
that. Yeah. All right.
Grapes.
Oh, grapes.
Grapes.
Yep.
Too similar.
Grapes, the
You drafted a kicker
fruit-
and a punter.
Okay, but I already have a full team. These are just my first 2. We're not making a 2-ingredient fruit salad.
Yeah,
These are just
all
my
right.
first 2. You got to tune into the extended podcast on Friday for the next 7 rounds of this thrilling fruit draft. Grapes are the fruit of opportunity.
What could that possibly mean?
Because what other fruit comes in a bunch? If you take one bite of a grape and you're like, ooh, that grape sucked, there's a whole bunch of other grapes ready there waiting for you.
Arguably risky fruit.
Why?
Right? Because you can get a bad grape.
Yeah, but just as Dave's strawberries would all be ripe because he's at the helm, all of my grapes would be good grapes. I'd
Yeah.
have a specific grape picker who would go through the bunches and only pick the good
Yep.
grapes.
Can make some wine.
Yeah, it would be Devin Funches. And I'd be like Funches Bunches.
Yeah.
That's what his. Yeah, I've already thought this all through.
Wow.
So,
Well, I can't argue with that.
anywho, I do want to say very quickly, we were having this debate
Yeah.
before that cantaloupe and honeydew melon are the most disrespected fruits in the fruit kingdom
Yep.
because they are the lettuce of every fruit salad.
Yep.
And often you'll order a fruit salad and you're just getting a bowl of cantaloupe and honeydew. And I think we all hold that against those 2 melons, as in like, fuck
Yeah.
you, I got 1 grape and then all cantaloupe and honeydew, when really, if we weren't having them shoved down our throats all the time, I think we would like them. A really ripe honeydew melon
Yeah.
is so good, but we just don't appreciate it because it's like air. It's just always there when you want it or you don't want it, which is, sometimes I hate breathing, but I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like honeydew and cantaloupe,
Yeah.
honeydew and cantaloupe. So I just think we should all be more mindful of the work they put in.
Yeah.
Unlike you who hates lettuce anyway. So you're
Yeah, Dave hates lettuce.
I do. I hate lettuce.
he doesn't
Completely
think
over it.
lettuce is important for a salad.
This is true.
Next time on the Garbage Time podcast. That was my cereal.
That
my
was
Sarah
really
Kitty.
good. Yeah.
Next time on the Garbage Time podcast.
The Nisha call.
Insert season 2 joke here because no one listened to it.
I know.
Yeah.
I stopped.
I know.
I stopped.
Yeah. I had a tough time.
Oh. Okay, guys, that's it for our award-winning podcast. I couldn't even get that out without joking on it. That's it for our award-winning podcast. Remember to check out the Schrager podcast from Tuesday, which we
Yes.
didn't talk about fruit, but we did talk about Beyonce and Prince because #sports.
Yep.
Also, make sure to subscribe to our podcast on iTunes and rate it and leave a comment, but only if it's 5 stars and a nice comment, because we just talked about fruit salad for 7 minutes. Where are you going to get that? Nowhere else. Not on Bill Simmons's Any Given Wednesday podcast.
There we go. Tate.
What would you take in the draft, Bill?
I'd take whatever Tate wants. He's friends with James Michael McAdoo.
So subscribe on iTunes, or you can listen on Art19, SoundCloud, Stitcher, or Google Play, or your blender. Gets a good signal. And guys, be sure to tune into our season 3 premiere Wednesday
Yes,
night at
yeah.
midnight Eastern.
We back,
We're very
yeah.
excited. We will see you then. Thank you, producer Matt.
Thank you. Your papayas are on the floor.
Thank you, producer Dave. Thanks, producer Ashley. Thanks to all of you for listening. Bye. Love you. Mean it.